we talk about this year after year, and we don't know exactly what we're saying. We get to talk to a rider right now that's actually competing in the Hampton Classic, right?
Yes, and she has an no, she's not actually competing in the Classic.
Okay.
She came here to watch the Classic with her mother.
Future participants.
Ashley.
Future competition.
Yeah, future. She's getting her, taking notes here. Anyway, but this is Riley Hovsapian, and she is from Smithtown. And Riley is a young, aspiring, and passionate about riding and horses. And actually, she's a horse photographer, which is pretty interesting, and tying it all together. And you came out, of course, because I'm sure this is really your thing, and with your camera and everything. And so, Riley, tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into it. Oh, also, I want to point out, I looked at her shirt. She goes to this really special school, which I didn't know about, and Brian doesn't know about. It's called the Knox Equestrian School, and I guess it's in Smithtown, right?
Yeah, but I attend Smithtown High School West. I've been riding at Knox for 8 years, but I've been riding for 10. I compete for the school as an IEA rider, which is where I show up, I ride a horse that I don't know, and I go and compete, hopefully making it to nationals.
So in addition to high school, you go there for the horse, all the horse stuff. So you're training for horse things as well as going to a regular high school. So Riley, you live in Smithtown, right? And you came out for the day. And yeah, again, just tell us how you got started with your interest in horses.
Well, my mom rode when she was younger, and when I was little, like 6 years old, they bought me lessons, and I went and I just fell in love with doing it. It's just been a passion of mine, just sticking with it and learning all the new things that I can, and just keep practicing is just the passion of mine.
You know, it's like a lot of young women seem to love horses. My sister was all obsessed with horses. A lot of people, even guys, I mean both, men and women, they start when they're kids, and I'm sure it's just exciting when you start riding a horse when you're young like that.
It's very intimidating when you first start out because you're on this big animal. But once you grow a connection with a horse, it's just a lot. It's a very special moment. I've been lucky enough to do that, but it's just, and then when you grow up with it, it's just so much, it's a different world than you would normally think. A lot more dirt and grime and everything with training stalls and everything.
Plus it's hard work. I mean, riding, if they start bucking or going too fast, it's a little scary, could be.
Yeah, I've had my fair share of falls and fair share of injuries from it.
But you get back up.
Yeah, it's just, you gotta have the determination to get back on right after you fall. It's just that one set of mind.
So tell us about the Knox School. What is that exactly for people that may not know?
It's a college preparatory school. I am part of the community riders, so I will go and take lessons and show for them. I used to lease horses there, and it's a beautiful property. They take amazing care of their horses, all in pristine condition. We take in mostly donation horses, and we have boarders, which is people who keep their horses. But
It's on the river.
It's on the river. It's like we walk the horses down to the Stony Brook Harbor. It's just.
Which river is it on?
It's the Stony Brook Harbor, not the river.
River. Stony Brook Harbor. Okay.
You were talking about how you compete with a horse that you might have not been on before. What's that about?
So IEA.
That sounds like the mannerisms. Everybody that's competing in the classic ends up knowing their horse and know how their mannerisms are and how they approach a gait as well. Tell us a little bit how that works.
So I've been doing this for 6 years. It's called IEA. They have it all across the country. They have different levels. Like I'm right now in the 2-foot showing, and it goes all the way up to 2.6, 2.9. And it's where you pretty much you have your team. You show up, you ride. If you get it's just all random draw. So it's pretty much like the luck of the draw. You get a few warm-up jumps, and then you have to go and show. And it's called equitation. So they judge on your form, how you handle yourself with the new horse. It's just a lot more on skill more than how high you're jumping or how fast you're going.
That sounds like you get behind the wheel of a car and you're like, yeah, I think I got this. But a horse is it's a whole different animal entirely than a car, really. I think that put the whole thing together. Your future competitions possibly here at Hampton Classic. Would you like to compete at one year?
I would love to. I would hopefully do it next year if I have a horse to do it with. I've been on and off racing horses for the past couple of years. I've leased 2 horses at the Knox School, and I'm leasing one outside of that. But it's just a lot. Like I'm there every day.
Right.
I'm there until like 8 or 10 o'clock at night, just
And
reading.
school. And school.
And then school.
Do you have any friends? No.
The horses, yeah, the other people that ride as well. You're absolutely right.
No, I mean that's great to have that, that interest, and that desire. I was just gonna say, tell us a little bit about your horse photography.
I've been doing that for a couple years now. I go to rated shows and schooling shows like near me, but I've been doing that for 5 years, and I absolutely love it. Like just getting the perfect picture, and you just see how it comes out after you're done. Like, and when you post it, it's just an amazing feeling to see that like you have that, you took that, and like that's your picture.
Are you taking the pictures today?
I actually went out before and took a few pictures in the jumpers ring and the hunters.
Posted
All
on
right,
Instagram.
yeah, we have a
Suggestions on
question here.
pictures?
Let's see. Nikon, Canon, Fuji,
Nikon.
Sony, Nikon. Oh, great.
Do you have any suggestions for photos? Let's see what you can take here.
There's plenty.
Just
Yeah,
stand
just-
around the Grand Prix ring right here,
Yeah,
man.
it's just over there.
You know,
That's it. You can-
and the
well-
hunter ring over there. There's a hunter ring with all riding all day long as well.
You're going to be coming back out here through the weekend, or you're just going to be here today? Or?
I'm actually going to be working doing pony parties for the next 2 days.
Oh, good. See, well, then you can come on over and take some pictures of us. We're not as pretty as the horses, but you can come on by and take pictures.
Your
Well, we thank
Instagram.
you for
She's on
stopping on by.
Instagram.
And where anybody can see your photos online, or
I have a business Instagram,
very cool.
Call.
RileyH_photography.
Riley, R-I-L-E-Y. Okay.
Right. And then if anybody wants to commission you to take some photos as well,
There's like a connection through
Connection.
to my Instagram.
be sure
thank
to
you.
link the two
Yeah.
together with ours as well as yours. And we thank you for stopping on by here today. And stay nice and cool. And you know what? If Dana Callio comes over, who was here before, that wants to go on one of the ponies that you're riding, just turn him away. He's a kid at heart, but it's beautiful.
You might
Thank you,
fall off.
Sal.
Thank you so much, Riley. Nice to talk to you. Bye, mother.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Coming on by.